Hey, I'm Mike. This is Ready to Continue. I'm back with a new video of kind of on that, well, not kind of, on that conspiracy level type of stuff. Previously, I talked about UFOs and that type of stuff. You know, why is it that we don't just outwardly acknowledge as a society that these things are there? But anyway, I was actually going to be doing the Jersey Devil story. I really here in Jersey, you know, growing up here, you know, everyone knows the myth or whatever, and there's so many different kind of origin stories and some great stories about that. But I really wanted to dive into this first. It This will be part one of I don't know how many parts. I got so much material to go on, but of all conspiracy type stuff, and I kind of battled with whether or not I was going to do a lot of conspiracy theory, subjects on this channel. I said, fuck it, let's do it. um, it kind of what I consider the mother of all conspiracies. A lot of people will say 9/11, Kennedy assassination, UFOs. UFOs is huge up there. But what kind of is, in essence, the biggest one is MK Ultra. This really, like I said, there's so many sub, things to talk about in this. If you don't know what MK Ultra is, now this is something that got released by or accidentally, of the government's files, the MK Ultra programs. What it is mind control to very wide. I mean, everything that you could think of in the way of mind control and how the mind operates and the possibilities of the mind and what are some of the most outrageous things that you could do to the human mind. MK Ultra covered. They were basically as one of the biggest things that they really were looking for openly was about mind control of soldiers, kind of becoming the super soldier in a lot of ways. Also, how to control the masses. This, and from all sorts of different range of subliminal imagery, through sound, pictures, then there's the physical type of mind control where some have been, this is on the extreme level, other than, just hearing like a record a couple of times, and it might give you some sort of message and some sort of impulse to do that. You're talking the physical side of controlling a mind, which is doing something physical, like in the way of pain. So, as kind of explained, what occurs is they inflict the most extreme, side of pain, like pressure points, anything they can think of, electricity, and they just make it so extreme, and so it's the worst torture that you could kind of think of. And then what happens is, at a certain point, the brain, and they give you a drug to keep you awake instead of passing out. So then from there, because the body just shuts down because it's too much, passes out. It knows its threshold and goes, all right, enough, out. And, and the pain won't register on the conscious level. Well, what happens is, when you deny the brain that side, what happens, or the convenience of passing out into drift off, is that you got the brain caught in this loop, it can't. It needs to accomplish this self-preservation of the pain sensors being overwhelmed. So then it actually creates a fractured, a secondary, whatever you want to call it, personality to then experience the pain. It's kind of like a blank you. And then the people that do that, get you to that point, then they do programming, if you will. Programming, trigger words, behaviors, thought patterns, even whole life they can, just like program into you by, just simply talking to you, and creating this false side of you. And that actually goes into the Manchurian Candidate program type stuff. I'm sure that we've seen, or many of you have seen, like either the old Manchurian Candidate movie from, I believe, the 60s, or the one with Denzel Washington from, I believe, the 90s, or late 90s, early 2000s. And it's rough. Other movie that kind of mainstream that has a lot to do with MK Ultra, even though it's a comedy, is The Men Who Stare at Goats, which is actually a fantastic movie. All of those are. But you really go on to this dark side of, the conspiracy theories out there. And, as you kind of dive into MK Ultra, you realize that it's rooted in so much stuff. When you're talking about controlling the masses, dumbing down society, well, how do you think they're doing it? They're doing it through mind control, and that is what they learned back to MK Ultra, and actually that was even be worked or used actively within Nazi Germany. The Third Reich had actually developed a lot of that same stuff. Basically, believing, if we're all watching the same thing, we're all listening to the same music, speaking the same language, we're all more controllable. And then, it's like actually developing into how to subliminally make society just kind of think certain ways. And, it shows because of how awkwardly weird our society has gone. It's in, like, shootings, weird crimes, weird stories everywhere, weird behaviors of society. You can see it everywhere. You just kind of have to open your eyes a little bit. And, it's not like joining in some sort of a cult, be along with us so you can understand. But it really is just with the open mind, just look at society, and it's pretty out there. But, here this is, though, MK Ultra. They dug up, I think it was 200,000 pages of files, of programs, and keep in mind, MK Ultra came over with Project Paperclip at the end of World War II. We wound up getting a bunch of Nazi scientists, and through them we learned a lot, and that's where MK Ultra found or had its birth into American society, or not society, government, U.S. government programs. And this stuff goes really out there. They used to try to use LSD as a mind control thing, and they would literally, like, most notorious, I forget the code name for this, I've heard it so many times, I think it was Project Nightingale, I'm probably wrong on that, but basically what they would do is two-way mirror, fake brothel, a prostitute would have a guy come in, and she would spike his drink with LSD, and they would observe his behavior when he was with the prostitute. They also used to give it to actual CIA agents would secretly give CIA agents LSD. And I believe it was one of them, if not, it was someone that they had drugged and gave him way too much, and he actually either jumped out a window or off a building, went really crazy on it. Just too much. And they wouldn't tell these people, so you're like, you don't know what's wrong. At least when you willingly take LSD, you know that you're taking it, you acknowledge it and everything, and you're prepared. If you see anything, it's because of the drug. So you're like, oh, okay. It's a little bit easier to talk yourself down. But this, you have no idea. And it's that type of stuff. There's even, when I said, like, the full potential of, the possibilities of the mind, you're talking also telekinesis, telepathy, pyrokinesis is, that's one, that you could be the fire starter. It's, like, I want to go into so much more, but, I gotta save those for other ones. I'll do specific sides of the program. More of, like, I'm planning, like, one major story and kind of, like, trailing off onto the side stories. And that's kind of what is coming on the rest of it. I don't want to make this video too long since it's supposed to be the introduction. This was kind of first thing off the top of my head, impressions of what I'm going to do, what I already kind of know. I'll definitely be a little bit more researched on the up and coming videos, but forgive me also, I worked the overnights last night. It's now 3:30 in the afternoon. I haven't slept. Catching up on Hulk Catch Fire. It's my first time watching the show. Definitely cool. AMC has struck again, and I'm crazy addicted to Dynasty Warriors 7. So on the TV front, what I'm like checking out, quickly review, and video game front, since I am the chain smoking cheap ass gamer. Dynasty Warriors 7. If you like Dynasty Warriors at all, haven't played some of the new stuff, absolutely pick this up. I forget how much I got it for, but it was definitely under $20 at GameStop, and I can't stop playing. In fact, I'll probably turn off this thing, and within 10-15 minutes, I'm probably logged back in. But anyway, hey everyone, have a great day. Enjoy yourselves. Be kind. Please rewind, rewatch, enjoy yourselves, and bye.